I'm going to be showing you how I do my baby back ribs on the smoker. And we're going to be using just a few seasons today that we're going to put on them. We're going to be using the bone sucking sauce season today. We're going to be using the Killer Hogs barbecue rub today. We're going to be using some Weber honey garlic rub today. And for our abundant agent, we're going to be using some mustard. And you know, I always got to put some of Showtime seasonings up there right in a mixer right now. So I always got to put some of Showtime secret season up there. But the first thing you want to do when I do my baby back ribs, I already got them washed up and cleaned up, washed up. But the thing I want to do, because I already took another set that I already got out there on the smoker already cooking. So when you get your baby back ribs, you take them out the pack, you rinse them all off. And what you want to do is you want to take and flip them over. Now, as you can see there, you see this little pretty little shiny little skin right there? That's the membrane. That has to come off. So sometimes it's easy that you can take and get up under the skin, get up under there with your hand. Sometimes if you can't get up under there with your hand from either side, you can take and get you a knife. And make your little incision anywhere in here to get up under there so you can take this membrane off so the seasoning can get to the ribs. So now I got my little slit in there. Now I'm going to take and just peel this membrane right on the way once I get me a little good grip. Sometimes it's hard to get you a good grip. So that's why I prefer, when I'm doing my baby back ribs, that I prefer doing it this way here. Sometimes when you're using gloves trying to do this, it's hard to get a good grip trying to get it off. So as you can see, I'm starting to get a grip. There we go. Sometimes it'll take you a little longer, but once you get that grip going, she's gonna just steady rolling. So there you go. That's what you want, to start to pull that membrane off just like that right there. See, we still got some off on there. So what we're gonna do is get the other side, get another good grip on the other side, and pull that membrane off. And once we get that membrane off, then we can season them up like we want to. So I get much as off as you can. If you leave a little bit, that's okay, because sometimes you're not gonna be able to get all of it off, but get majority off as much as you can. If you had to use a knife and make you another incision, do so. But sometimes once you get that good grip, it'll come right off. So I'm gonna take what I got off and put it over here. And then I'm gonna try going from this end. See, there I go from this end. Now I get the remaining of that membrane off. So now once I got that membrane off, so now I got that pretty bare back rib. So now what we're gonna take and do is I'm gonna take and put some seasoning, put my abundant agent down first. I'm gonna take and put my abundant agent down first on my ribs. So what I'm gonna take and do is take a few squirts of mustard, put it across there, rub it all in, just a little bit. I'm gonna take and flip the rib over, do the same thing again. Take a little mustard, rub it all over again. So as you can see, what I have done there is put that bonding agent on the ribs so that you can be able to see them. Just bear with me. For one moment, I had to run and get one little thing to help me out here, because it's not where I want it to be. So, as you can see, that we have the bonding agent up there on the ribs. Now that we got the bonding agent up there on the ribs, as you can see, we got the mustard up there on the ribs, as you can see. Now what we're going to take and do is flip them back over and start adding our seasoning to them. And I'm going to first start by adding the bone-sucking sauce seasoning to it. So what you want to do is cover the meat till you don't see no more of the meat. That's what you're going to do. You're going to cover it till you don't see no more of the meat. Then I'm going to go back with my killer hog rub. Do the same thing there till I can't see no more of the meat. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the honey garlic rub. I'm going to put a little basis, a little bit up there. Then I'm going to come back with the Showtime's seasoning to give it that little fire kick. Do that there. And then what we're going to take and do is we're going to flip it over and do the same thing over again. Cover it all up to where we can't see the back side of the rib. As you can see that I'm covering it up, and when you're putting the season down, you want to do it in a bowl or do it somewhere where you can be able to contract some of it, so that way it can be inside of there. And when you contract some of it, everything will be right here in the bowl. So you can take your hand and rub that extra season that has fell off and get it all on the sides there. So what you're gonna take and do is pat that season on the sides, because you don't want none of that meat showing. You want to make sure that all of it is in the side that meat. And then when you finish, you're gonna have your perfectly coated rib, just like that right there. Front and back, perfectly coated. Now what we're gonna take and do is that once we get it coated, now we're gonna take this rib and we're gonna take it out to the smoker. We're gonna take it out to the smoker. So, hang tight with me. I'll be right back with you as we go to the smoker. Now, as you can see, we're out here at the Pit Boss Smoker, out here at the GMG Smoker, where as you can see that I have my other rib that's nice and pretty cooking there. I have my other rib that's up there that's nice and cooking. So what we're gonna take and do is just slide that one right there to the front, just like that right there. And so I have my sausage over there. Now what we're gonna take and do is I'm gonna take my other one, bring it off from here, and I'm gonna sit it right back there on the back. See, as our other one is almost done. See, hold on for 1 second here. That's my pellet alarm letting me know my pellet. So I have my smoker set at 300 degrees. That's what we're smoking these ribs on, at 300 degrees. Also, I have over there some corner is some lumberjack sausages. You know, everybody loves those lumberjack sausages. So as these ribs are sitting here cooking, Now, what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to come back out here and I'm going to spritz this one right here. And what I take and spritz it with, I take and spritz it with a mixture of vinegar, water, and Coca-Cola. Some people may take it just spritz it with water or apple juice. You can do apple juice and water, or just plain apple juice by themselves. So try to spritz them every 30 minutes to an hour once they start cooking, to keep them from drying out. And see, this is that bark that we're looking for on this rib, on this baby back rib here. So we're gonna close it down and we're gonna continue to let them cook. I'm gonna come back out here and I'm gonna get the sausage, but we're cooking again on the GM pellet smoker. That's what we're out here cooking on today, is the GMG pellet smoker. So we're gonna let these ribs smoke at between 280 degrees to 300 degrees for about 3 or 4 hours, and then midway we're gonna take and wrap them, and I will show you that process where I take and wrap them and put my other seasonings on them. So stay right with me. Showtimes will be right back. Now we're back again. Now everybody's probably wondering, what is Showtime having with those baby back ribs? Well, I'm gonna show you how I make my potato salad. So I have my potatoes already boiled. I have my 3 eggs that I'm gonna put in them. I have them already boiled. Also, I have my 3 eggs that I'm gonna put in them. I have them boiled already. All I gotta do is crack those, chop them up and put them in. But for the time being, I'm gonna sit them over here. So in the midst of me doing my potato salad, now what I take and put in my potato salad is, I start off with putting my radish in there. And some may say how much you put in there. It depends on how much radish you like to put in there. I just normally just shake a generous amount of radish in there to my liking. I know how much I like. You know how much you may like in your potato salad. So next, what I always take and do is I put a little mustard inside my potato salad. So I squirt a little mustard inside of there in the potato salad. I squirt the mustard inside the potato salad. Then the next thing is we're gonna put some Duke's mayonnaise. So you know, you may use whatever mayonnaise that you prefer to put in your potato salad. You may prefer some other kind of mayonnaise. You may prefer Hellman's. You may prefer what's those some other that mayo. But Duke's. I have Duke's is what I'm putting in mine. So, and the same thing with the mayonnaise. I just put about a good 2 spoonfuls in there like that. And I sit that there. Now for my seasonings, sometimes what I take and do is whatever I'm cooking on the grill, I like to have those combinations mixed in there with it. So I take and put my little killer hog in there. I take me and put me a little bone sucking seasoning in there, because I like for all sometimes my flavors to run together. I take and also come back and put my normal seasoning in there, my black pepper. Put my black pepper in there. Also, I come and make sure I put my sugar in there. Some folks may not like sugar in their potato salad, but I'm from down south. We like sugar in our potato salad. So I put my sugar in there. Now, once you put all that in there, sometimes I make 2 or 3 different potato salads. I make a loaded potato salad, but it's just right here, just my basic homemade potato salad. So once you put all those seasonings in there, it's gonna look like that right there. You're just gonna stir that round together in there. Stir it round together in there. Just stir it. Fold it all in. Fold it all in. Fold it all in there. And see, once I get that fold in there, then what I'm gonna take and do is I come back and go ahead and crack my eggs. Now, when I'm cracking my eggs, I always get some separately, maybe the pot that I cooked them in, and I crack the eggs in there. So that way that no eggshells will get in your potato salad. So you take the eggshells and you just pop them crack them. And I always make sure that I rinse my eggs off too before I put them in there to make sure all that excess eggshell is off. Because you don't want to be eating no potato salad when you're eating those ribs and you get crunchy potato salad. Unless you eat a loaded baked potato salad. Loaded potato salad when you got bacon bits, when you got a little bit of onion in there, onion. You got celery. Also, I put some onion. I'm gonna put onion in there, so I'm gonna chop my onion up also to put in there. So some folks may like onion. So normally, you might not want to put onion in there. So it's all how you like your potato salad. So on my next one, I'll show you how I do my loaded potato salad. So I got my first egg peel. I'm gonna sit that egg there because I got 2 more to get peeled. I'm gonna get those 2 eggs, these last 2 eggs peeled. Then we're gonna put them in the tater salad. And then once we put it in the tater salad, we're gonna stick the tater salad in the refrigerator and let it chill.
Thank you.
Let it chill until everything else is done, until the ribs is done. Also in the background, I have cooking over there. I'm gonna show you in just a few minutes. I have my a ham hock, smoked ham hock that's boiling right now. Because I have some butter beans that I'm gonna throw in the pot to go along with this meal here. So I got my eggs all peeled. All 3 eggs all peeled. So what I'm gonna take my 3 eggs, take and run with some warm water to make sure all the eggshells are off. Like I said again, you don't want no eggshells in the salad. So once you get your eggshells off, you take and come back, you take those eggs, and you just take and dice them up how you want to dice them up inside your potato salad. Some may want them real fine. Some may like it chunky. But I just take them in. Sometimes I take them in the palm of my hand and just just chop it up fine as I can chop it up, and I drop it in there. You can do it on a cutting board, but I'm old school. I just take and chop it up in my hand. Just keep chopping up in your hand to get it as fine as you want it to be. Because it's already cooked and everything. So you just continue to chop it, drop it in there. And then that last one, you take and put it in there, you do the same thing. So now while I'm doing that, like I said, my alarm is going off out there on the smoker, let me know that my pellets is a little low. So I need to go rotate them. So now I got my eggs in there, all in there. Now what we're going to take and do is come back and I have my onion. I have my onion already peeled, already cleaned up. So we're going to chop up some onion to go in this potato salad. So now all I'm doing is taking this onion and just chopping it up, putting it in there. Put it in there. Put it in there. Because Southern potato salad ain't Southern potato salad without that onion in there. So I got that all in there. So you can put as much onion as you want to put in there, or put as less onion as you want to put in there. But it's totally up to you. So now that we got that onion all cut up in there, we got everything cut up already, mixed up in there. What we're going to take and do is, like I said, fold all that in there. Fold all that in there inside that potato salad. And I used some jumbo bag of potatoes I bought from Walmart this morning. And so like once you put all that in there together, that's what you're going to have. That's what you're going to have. It's going to look just like that right there. It's going to look just like that right there. Right there. That Southern style potato salad. Now that we got that all mixed together, So now what I'm gonna take and do is take and put this in the refrigerator, let it chill while everything is cooking. Like I told you, I was gonna show you my ham bone that I got over here boiling in my pot, and I see I might need to add a little bit more water to it, because yeah. See, I got a little smoked ham hock that's been boiling. I'm trying to boil it off the pieces over here, so that way when I drop my beans in there, that it'll be all ready. So that's what I want. See, now that ham hock is boiling where I want it, now I have some butter beans right here. I have some butter beans that I bought from the local butcher down in Suffolk, Mike's Country Meats, that I'm going to take and pour right in that pot where that ham hock was cooking at. And we're going to let them cook. And that's going to also go with the meal. And the last thing that I'm going to do is make up my mixture so that I can go back out there and I can spritz the ribs. So check back with me when everything is finished and done and we plate it all up and we do the tasting. See you right later. Cooking with Showtimes. All right, everyone. We're back off the smoker. The ribs have cooked from approximately about 4 hours. They cooked 2 hours. They actually cooked 3 hours without 4, and I let them go another hour and 45 minutes in 4. And the reason why we take and put them inside the 4 is that the 4 helps tenderize them. And when I put them inside the 4, that's a step that I forgot to show you all. But when I put them inside the 4, I actually cut it up 3 slits of butter. I dropped it down inside the 4. I put some brown sugar, and then I took and laid the ribs flat down on side that 4 to make sure that it gives me some caramelization that I want inside the ribs there, and more moist as they're cooking and get to more tenderized inside of the lemon 4. So what we're going to do now is that they have been resting for about 2 or 3 minutes while I got them off the smoker. What we're going to take and do now is that we're going to take and open them up and see what we have here. As you can see, as we open them up, oh, look at that. Look at there. Look at there. All right, we got them open up. And as you can see that my ribs are still, they're still together. Look at that. I can barely pick it at. So what I'm going to take and do is that I'm going to flip the 4 over so that I can be able to show you the other side of that caramelization that I want to get off of that grill. Woo. So that is that coat that we was looking for on a perfectly good rib. That's that good bark that we was looking for on that rib, where that brown sugar has caramelized a little bit. The butter has gave it extra moist. That's that coating that we have actually got on that rib there. So let me go down a little bit so you can see that coating, that pretty. And as you can see, I don't even have to have a knife to even cut it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my potato salad out of the refrigerator. Because you remember, we had that on chill. That was chilling. So I got my potato salad that was on chill inside the refrigerator. So now what I'm going to take and do is that I really don't have to cut the rib because it's so tender, but I'm going to show you that I'm going to take and cut right down the bone right there. They're so tender that, as you can see, it falls right apart. It falls right apart. As you can see, it falls right apart. As you can see, that's that smoke ring that we was looking for. There's that smoke ring. As you can see, that smoke ring, the juiciness that it still has. Look at that, see? All the juiciness that it still has. And what we're going to do we're going to take and plate that right there on that plate. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to slide the rest of this rib out of our way. And I'm going to plate up the rest of our meal. I'm going to take my spoon, put my little potato salad up here. Got my spoon, got my potato salad. I'm going to take and get me a bowl to put my beans in. Because you can't forget about our butter beans that we had cooking over here on the stove. So I have my bowl here. Now the butter beans have been cooking nice and pretty. Let me show you those pretty butter beans, how they've been cooking. Let me grab. See, look at that. Those butter beans with that smoked ham hock has cooked nice and fine. So now we're going to take and put our butter beans in a bowl. So there you have it. There you have our meal. Now let's take and move my ribs right out of the way. Right out of the way so you can see what it looks like once I got everything plated all up. I'm going to take my rib and sit it right back in my pan there. As you can see, I had everything here. In case for spills, sit that right there. Now, got it all plated up. And take a look at that. We have our potato salad. We have our ribs, and we have our butter beans. Now, what I like to do once I take and get my barbecue is some folks like to eat theirs just like that. They come off the grill, but I like to add a little more kick to mine. So, now like a little sauce on mine. So, today, my wife was able to find some of this Captain City Mambo sauce. It's a DC favorite. Captain City Mambo sauce. It was at a local food line down in North Carolina. So what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to drizzle just a little bit there on my rib. I'm going to drizzle a little bit on my rib there. As I drizzle a little bit on my rib, I'm going to grab me a fork and we're going to have a taste test here. Let's see what we're working with. Got my fork. Always, Lord bless us for this food about to see us in my body. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Potato salad is on point. If you all could be right here tasting this. But let's get to that main dish. That rib, that baby back rib. Oh, look at that. Oh, you could just take it, just the meat just pours right apart and succulent. Very good. Seasoned to the bone. Very good, very tender, very moist. It has that smoke flavor that we're looking for. It has all those combined seasoning and flavor. And we slow cooked it. Now let's get some of these good old butter beans. And after I get these butter beans, I'm going to go sit down and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my food. So there you have it. Cooking with Showtime. We have our baby back ribs, homemade potato salad, and our butter beans cooked with smoked ham jaw. Slight Subscribe, tell your family and friends. If there's more cooking videos that you'd like to see, or there's recipes that you'd like to see, let me know, and I'll broadcast them for you. Right back at you. Cooking with Showtime.